Let's look at crowd stimulation with delegates. For this, I've already created a city block using plane and box. To assign crowds, let's go to helpers and create the crowd, and then go to delegate and just create the delegate. Now let's pull it up a bit. Change the color to a darker color so that you can see it. And then let's click on crowd and go to the modifier list. Press scatter in setup and select the object that you want to clone first. So I'm going to select the delegate. 10 copies are enough. I want it to be positioned on the surface, so I press surface and I'm going to assign the surface, so that's plane. Go to all ops and tick on clones, positions and rotation, and then scatter. So now you can see all the delegates. Then press OK. Next thing that you'd like to do is actually assign behavioral patterns for each of the delegates. So for that, we need to go to behavior assignments. I'm going to first create a new team. I'm going to select all the delegates and put them onto a single team. And then click on new behavior. Let's start with the wander behavior. So I'm going to click on the team and the behavior, and through the new assignment button, put it onto the viewport and say OK. Now I need to select the behavior over here. So I've selected wander and I have to click on solve. So on solving it, 3ds Max will be solving the behavioral pattern before it runs into the animation, so you can see it. Now the thing is that it's going off the surface, so let's assign a behavior such that all the delegates stay on the surface. So I'm going to go back to behavioral assignment, select surface follow behavior. I'm going to include that into the list and then say OK. Get to surface follow, and here I need to assign the surface again, so I'm going to say the plane, and then on solving, it looks like they're going off, but you'll see now that they're within the surface. So now that that's done, I'd like them to move seeking this particular box. So let's see how to do that. Click on the behavioral assignment. I'm going to give them the seek behavior, but I need to know which box number that is. I'll just show you how, and then adding that. So now this is box 5. So I go back to seek behavior and then I say seek box 5, and then I'm going to solve the motion, and then you see that they're seeking the box, they're coming towards it, but as you can see they're going through the outer buildings, which I don't want. So I'm going to have to give them a command to repel against it. So I'm going to give them the avoid behavior with the team and assign that, and go here into avoid, and again I need to tell them which one to avoid. So I first need them to avoid each other, so that's that, and then I need them to avoid all the external buildings. So I click select. So I've been able to select multiple objects. and then solve. So now you can see that it isn't going into the buildings nearby. So they have been limited within the plane surface, which is making their motion a bit slower. So you can assign other behavioral patterns too, and you can look at the radius in which they're repelling each other, and also the hard radiuses for it using these two checks. And you can change the radius over here according to the outcome that you require. So this is how you assign crowds and delegate stimulation